Hello, people. Good to be back with you today. Thank you for joining me. Yesterday, we spoke about living life through the eyes of our hearts. The Bible tells us, open those eyes, because when you open those eyes, you see through life through spiritual eyes. You see something completely differently to seeing life through physical eyes. Seeing life through spiritual eyes changes your entire attitude. It changes your worldview. It changes the way that you will journey this journey. Yesterday, we said people who live through the eyes of their hearts have nothing at all to prove except to Satan. And we want to prove that what Jesus has said can actually happen. Now, today, I want to suggest to you that when you see life through the eyes of your hearts, you will prove that you have nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Now, people are saying, how can that possibly be true? I have plenty to hide. I have skeletons in my cupboard that I hope nobody's going to find out about. I am faking it until I make it. I have issues that I hope you never see or ever hear about, because if you knew or heard about them, I would probably be suicidal if I knew that you knew the things that I try to hide. And I guess, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I guess we may all fall to a certain extent in that particular area. We're all trying to hide something. But Jesus tells us we're not meant to do that. But then on the one hand, he says to us, he says in Matthew 5, so let's go Matthew 6, he says, the left hand must never know what the right hand is doing. He's talking about do your good works and do them in private. Don't let your left hand know if your right hand is doing a good deed. Keep them apart. It's a great picture of humility. It's a great picture that we have something that we don't want the world to see, so that they will put us on a pedestal and talk about us and make us think that maybe we're a lot better than we actually are. But Jesus says, hide what you're doing with your left hand, and your right hand mustn't see it. It's one aspect of hiding. It's a humble attitude. But then we read in Matthew 5 the complete opposite. Jesus says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. So you say, well, which one is it? Do we not show our good works or our kindness to other people? Or do we? Well, the answer is, in fact, we do both. You see, the first one where it says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, is addressed to you personally. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, because that means you want everybody to see. You need to hide those things. And those things that have done in hiding or in secret are the things at the end of the day that God is going to reward. Unseen kindnesses, unspoken of goodness that you have shown. You must know that maybe other people didn't see it, but God did. Jesus made this clear with that woman who gave her mere little 5 cents into the offering that day, and all the people who were there laughed at her. They said, what good is that? Did you see that, Jesus? Jesus, that's all she had to give. Jesus, surely, Jesus, she could do a whole lot better than that. Check us, taking out $100 bills, 1,000 rands, and putting it in the offering, hoping that everybody would see what they had done. And Jesus, with a sense of indignation, says, you guys have given out of your plenty. She's given everything she has. And I saw it. I saw it, says Jesus. That means everything. So here was this poor woman, embarrassed, didn't want the right hand to know what the left hand was doing, she got the blessing of Jesus. That's for you personally. Make sure you live that one out. And then we read how he says, Matthew 5, he says, let your light so shine before men that they do see your good works and glorify God in heaven. That's talking about the church corporately. When people corporately look into the community and say, we need to make a difference. We need to let our light shine together, and let's knock off this pot that we have carried. Let's get out there, let our light shine. And Jesus says, you guys are going to be like a light on the top of the hill. And the world will look at you and say, man, we want to be like that. Or those people, or the church has been such a blessing to us. Jesus says, let that light shine corporately as you do good works together, making sure that they don't glorify you, they don't glorify the church, they glorify God who is in heaven. So as much as we may want to hide a whole bunch of stuff in our lives, I understand that God knows it all anyway. And you needn't be embarrassed, because there's nothing that God has never seen before. He has seen it all. And you could talk to him about the things you hide in your closet. I hope you'll do that. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Walk in humility. And then thirdly, corporately, together, let your light shine before men, that they will glorify your Father in heaven. That's why we need to be a part of a body. We need to be a part of a church where good works are done, where we glorify God by caring for people, not because we want people to say what good people we are, but because corporately we can shine to bring glory to God. People, there's nothing better than that a church will get out of the building and shine in the community around to the glory of God. I hope we understand that. I hope you'll become a part of that if you're not already a part. If you are, keep at it. But you have a good day. Bye-bye.